Hello and welcome to the first of 4 modules on health and safety abroad. This module will review the steps you should take to prepare for a safe and healthy study abroad experience before you leave for your program. Before you go abroad, it's important to talk with your doctor. Schedule a general wellness visit so you can start your program with a clean bill of health. If you have any conditions that are well managed at home, make a plan with your doctor as to how you'll continue to manage your health while abroad. If you need to make any adjustments to your medication or treatment schedule, do so well in advance of your departure to give your body time to adjust. You should also research any required vaccines you'll need for your program. The Centers for Disease Control, or CDC, website is a great place to start. You may be able to get some vaccines from your primary care physician. Travel clinics and your county's Board of Health can also help you get the vaccines you need. Be sure to schedule your appointment in advance because these slots fill up very quickly. You may also want to request a copy of your immunization history to take with you, just in case you need to reference it abroad. If you have questions about whether you can take a medication with you on your study abroad program, you can reach out to GeoBlue, the insurance you'll be covered by while on your program, before you go abroad. Certain medications, like ADHD medication, antidepressants, and anti-anxiety medications, and opioids, are often restricted across borders. You may need to fill out extra paperwork to take your prescriptions with you. It's also important to talk with your family about an emergency plan. Although there's a lot you can do to prepare for your time abroad, some things happen that are outside of your control. You should think through what you and your loved ones will do if you are injured or sick while on your program, or how you'll handle it if a loved one is sick or injured back home. It's better to talk through these scenarios before they happen, rather than trying to make a plan on the spot. We strongly recommend that you register your travel, including any side trips, with the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program, or STEP, with the U.S. Department of State. Registering with STEP will help the U.S. keep track of which of its citizens are abroad in case of emergency. Registering your travel also lets you opt into receiving alerts from the Department of State about important information in your location. You should also call your bank and your phone company before you leave. Calling your bank and letting them know of your travel can help prevent them from flagging your purchases as fraudulent and shutting down access to your card. They can also help you to know what sorts of fees you can expect for using your ATM or credit card abroad. Especially if you're traveling to Europe, you'll want to ask about getting the PIN for your credit card, as many countries require PINs for credit card as well as debit card purchases. You may also want to check in with your phone company to see if they have an affordable plan that you can use while abroad. You will want a way other than just Wi-Fi to contact others in case of emergency. You may also be able to get a SIM card or a cheap reloadable phone while abroad to help with communication. When packing, there are some things to keep in mind. Remember to keep all your prescription meds in their original bottles with your name on them in your personal item. Do not store them in your carry-on or in your checked luggage, in case you arrive at your destination, but your bags do not. You will also want to keep any travel documents in your personal item, and you may want to have a copy of your prescriptions from your doctor just in case. Any item that you absolutely cannot be without should stay with you in your personal item. You may want to pack a change of clothes and some small toiletries in your carry-on in case you or your luggage are delayed on your way to your destination. It's really important that you bring at least one good pair of walking shoes with you. Once you're outside the US, you can expect to do a lot more walking just in the course of your everyday activities. It's not uncommon for students to walk 6 to 8 miles daily while abroad. You don't want to end up with infected blisters or other problems, so make sure you're taking good care of your feet. You'll also want to pack a small first aid kit in your carry-on or checked luggage. I recommend having some cold medicine, pain medicine, antibacterial cream, band-aids, antacids, and antidiarrheal medication. It's not that you won't be able to get these medications once abroad, but it can be nice to have brands you're familiar with on hand, especially if you're not feeling well. You should also plan to bring some sunscreen and bug spray with you, as these can be rather expensive abroad. If you're planning on bringing electronics, particularly any kind of hair tools or electric razors, you'll want to check the voltage. Many countries use a much higher voltage than the US, and plugging in a US device into an international socket can be very dangerous, causing burns, shocks, or power outages. You might consider buying things like hair dryers and electric razors once you arrive so that you can be sure they're compatible. Devices like laptop and cell phone chargers should be fine, but make sure to check. Devices that have 110/240 listed on the plug are compatible with most voltages. Leave any valuable items you couldn't bear to lose at home. You will be covered by medical insurance while abroad, but you may consider purchasing insurance for your trip or your personal effects. You can find more information about insurance options from your homeowners or renters insurance, or through an international insurance provider like STA Travel, which provides insurance options through their International Student Identification Card, or ISIC. You'll want to do a lot of research on your host country before you go, including the weather and any cultural norms that you should be aware of. You should plan to dress much like the residents of your host country, as this will help you blend in and make you less of a target for anyone looking to take advantage of tourists. If it rains or snows a lot in your host country, you'll want to know before you go so you can pack accordingly. Before you go, make copies of your important documents: passport, license, insurance, fronts and backs of credit and debit cards, and keep a copy with you separate from the originals. You will also want to leave copies of these documents with loved ones in case of an emergency. It is also helpful to have a written list of emergency contact numbers with you, including the emergency number in your host country, the number for your host institution's international office, IPC's number, and the UNCG police number, in case your phone dies or doesn't work. You'll also want to keep a copy of the address of your accommodations with you in the host language, in case you need to take a cab or Uber while abroad. For more information, you can visit any of these websites to find out more about what you can do to prepare for your time abroad. Thank you for completing the first of the 4 modules on health and safety abroad. If you have any questions, please reach out to the International Program Center. Bon voyage and safe travels!